December the 6th, 9:30. The triple score made by Nokta. Now, you Legend owners and future Legend 2 owners, you should watch this video. Okay? Now, the Legend, I'm not sure how I had one, but can't remember. This machine here only allows you to take it, you have to take out 2 ID segments at a whack with the segments. See what I have accepted up there? The second segment. The rest of the iron range is gone. I've maxed out my iron tone volume intentionally. Alright. What you're going to see in this video here, speed 3, iron filter 3. 60 tones, I maxed out the iron volume. You see that? Okay, and this is Field M2. Now, some people may find this to be a nuisance to operate, but pay close attention here. It may not be as bad as you think. Now, in a super rich high iron site, would you want to use this? Well, it could be trouble. But what about a site that's got iron just sort of scattered around it? Now remember, it just takes one nail, and depending on the size and conductivity of the target, per sweep of the coil, you may not hear it at all. With no iron tone selected, or with iron tone, that's all you'll hear is iron tone. Now remember, I'm not using iron tone here in this custom Field M2 to hear iron necessarily. Watch what happens here. Now, I've got that second segment notched. See that nail there? Now that's solo. I want you to listen. Okay? So if we rotate on this nail, notice we don't hear anything. That's because it's disc out or notched out. But we're picking it up this way, but listen. You hear that audio? I got a go ring in between them 2 nails there. Listen. You hear that? Beep, beep. Just like the damn road runner, right? Beep, beep. Listen. And when we rotate on this target, what are we going to hear? Oh. Running this machine traditionally, will it yield signal on that gold ring sweeping like so? The answer is no, it will not. Now I've got the field program here tied up. I can go over here into part program and go to M2, okay? And I'm still setting up here in speed 3. Iron filter 3. So you see I have iron tone there. Oh, I've got iron tone on that nail too, huh? I've got iron tone on that nail. The easy way, we've got signal. But how do I know, sweeping like so, how do I know to turn on that? How do I know? Field M2, customized like I've got it. This nail, here's monotone, listen. This situation over here, beep, 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 beep. Okay. Let's see what this seated dime sounds like in here. This is the customized Field M2. You hear that? Running this machine traditionally, you can kiss your ass goodbye to be alerted on that dime. Beep, 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 beep. I rotate on that in the wild. Boom. This nail here is coming in. Listen. It's a monotone, but I could still rotate on that if I wanted to. Like, oh, okay, so there's that old loud iron tone I've got set up. Oh, I don't hear anything. But here, beep, 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 beep. Boom, 32 in the window. How about if we take a nail away? Look at there. Now it's simplified. What do we get? So we're still getting iron tone there, so we don't get the double beep. But we get to rotate on it, don't we? This nail here, we've got signal, but when we rotate on it, we don't get anything. So whenever you're on a site with this detector, it don't have a lot of iron, but it just so happens there's something like that laying there. 2, 3, 4, 5 inches deep maybe. There's a silver ring. Let's see what it does. And notice that silver ring is sort of shaky. It may have something to do with the size in respect of that nail. Copper penny. Now, you see what I've got accepted up there. Now I'm going to show you this, okay, because you could do this if you so chose. Okay. So now I've accepted the first 2 segments. Okay. You hear that? So what happens over here? So I've got that nail. Let's change to the small nail. See it there? So we could rotate on that in the wild, okay? And we don't hear anything. On this one here, notice how that sounds. Now that's one nail there. Listen to it. And we rotate on this, we've got signal. Wonder if we add another nail there. Now remember, now I've got the first 2 segments accepted. You hear that? So that sounds different than that little nail there, don't it? The signature of the audio is different now. That nail is rejected, that small nail there, with what I've got in this machine. The easy way here, I've got the signal. So let's go back. Standing Liberty quarters in there now. What do we get? You hear that? So you hear that in the wild. You get a look right at the meter. You're like, oh, I've watched Sharpshooter's video. Let's rotate on this dude. Oh shit. If I go back here, there's Park M2. Park M3. Park M1. If I pick that quarter up and re-sweep using these Park M1, 2, and 3, what do we hear? Here's M1. Iron tone, M2. Iron tone, M3. Iron tone. So we don't know a non-ferrous target could be lurking there, do we? Now we don't know the conductivity, we don't know the denomination. What about this old $50? What is it doing there? Okay, this is Park M1, M2, M3. Now I just transitioned. There's my Field M2 Custom. You hear that? Hear that tonal signature? Turn the easy way. Boom. Okay. You can see how this might get you on something. There's that old gold ring in there. Oh, look at there. Now, if I go back and put this machine and readjust it back to the Field Program M2 with standard notch in the iron range, you're not going to hear that gold ring down there and know to turn on it. You're going to get iron tone. Well, yeah, we're getting iron tone here, but we're getting it for a reason. We rotate, boom. If I take the gold ring out, what do we have for iron tone? You see, we don't have what we had before, do we? On a sweep, that's 2 nails there, pretty sizable. Now the gold ring is back in there and I'm sweeping. 6 inches above. 2 inches above. That gold ring could be 2 inches laying right there, and you come through sweeping like so with this machine or a whole lot of the machines and blow right by it. Alright. Here's a colonial nail. Put this silver ring in here. See what happens here. Let me shift it over here so I don't get interference. You see it there? Here it is, the customized Field M2. Listen. Okay, let's transition back over here. Now we're back in Park M1. Park M2. Park M3. So that's what you'd hear in the wild or something like that right there. Back to the custom M2 Field. I hear that signature right there. I'd rotate. So do your own experiments, okay? That's the way I would run the machine though, right there. Field M2, excepting the first 2 segments and not the rest. Now remember, you can come on up here with rejection. Just don't come to how you wouldn't pick up standalone target. This doesn't affect standalone targets. Remember that. Standalone targets, no iron in play. You're still in business. What this is to do is to find stuff that you may have missed in the past or what somebody else hadn't got smart enough to figure out with their detector to get out per call sweep. Yeah, you keep going ring around the rosies at a site, you're going to eventually get that. But in a damn half acre of ground, for example, there's a whole lot of points in the ground, aren't there? May take you a while to come across that, huh? You notice I've got 360-degree approach angle to alert me to suspect that target, either with traditional tonal reporting or iron tone reporting. Okay? You hear that? That's going to conclude the video.